Okay, so I'm adding this part to Cazz's map review, and the reason why I am is to put you in his home, literally, and me as well. I think it's awesome when map makers include the area that they live in. So what we're actually looking at is kind of Napier region and this lake up in here because this is where Cazz has spent some of his life. But this is a Hawke's Bay that the map is named after. And it's pretty cool. The island that is in it is an actual island that is near or is in this Lake Tutiara or something like that. I can't pronounce it. He would have to pronounce it for us. But here's the island right here. And I think that's so cool. And the um, twisty, windy road in it that has all the switchback curves and stuff in it. He was telling me that's a road called Devil's Elbow, and I don't know where it is. I want to bring it up so bad I can't stand it. There's a few roads that I found, kind of like this one right here, if that's it. Yeah, this is the road right here. You can see it kind of snaking through because of these hills and stuff. So that's awesome. But anyway, he was telling me about there was a significant event that was a natural event that kind of changed the landscape. Because I asked him, I was like, each field seems to have an individual hump and then kind of go from there. I didn't know if he could smooth it out or whatever, if it was purpose or something that to his region. But Cazz is awesome. And you can see there's mountains, there is hills and everything everywhere. The fields is almost combinable about like what he does. And I wished I could zoom in. It looks like this one has a little texture right in here of some hills and stuff. You can kind of see it outlined there. But he said that it actually affected the lands. It raised and lowered. It did that like that in my area too, where um, the earthquakes around me is from like New Madrid. We don't have them that often here. We have a lot of small earthquakes. But when we have a big one, we have a big one. It literally picked the Mississippi River up. It has changed the course of the Mississippi River, it looks like. When you look at the Mississippi River's basins maps and stuff. And I mean, at least for this part, literally it picked a river up that's over a mile wide. They call it the Mighty Mississippi for a reason. And it literally picked it up. It rang church bells and stuff as far up as northeastern part of the United States. If it ever has another big 8-0 or 9-0, it's going to really affect about 1/3 of the United States in the central area just because of all the hard soil and stuff. Whereas in California, they have a lot of soft soil. At least that's what I've always been told. And I'm not no authority on earthquakes or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to go there with that. But I just wanted to bring in the cool factor of what he was saying about the stuff that's happened in his region, memories of his childhood and stuff like that. I'm not going to share them all because that might get a little bit too personal. But if you friend up with Cazz and stuff, he can share his stories with you. But as you can see, the lands around here are pretty much looks like a lot of what he puts into his maps. So that's just a little lesson to throw in, not only for everybody, but for me as well. So I think this is awesome that he is putting his home in his maps. Even his favorite place to kind of drink and stuff. I was talking about the sound of one bill and how that bill was my favorite. That was one of his memories that he was sharing with us. So I'm going to continue and go on with his map review and kind of show you what you get and all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to share this with you. I just thought this was just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to end this here and head on into the next section now. Alright, here we go. We're fixing to get started, everybody. Sorry about the long build up before we got into here, but I felt like it was needed. I knew too much about the map, and I wanted everybody else to know as much as I knew. I wanted everybody to feel this is his home and the impact on his home and the farmlands and everything. This is not just any kind of map review for me. It has a personal touch put into it, and I love doing that. I love when map makers reach out to me and tell me what it is that was their desire to make this map and stuff, because it gives me desire. It makes my videos better. It makes it better for everybody who watches them. If it ain't better for you, just start hitting skip. So everything that was pretty much was covered, except that this video has been done in segments. So one part it had like the earthquake and what it had done to the lagoon. You've seen the lagoon in a picture, then all of a sudden the lagoon is land. It literally raised up the land, much like I said it did around me whenever it formed Redfoot Lake, and of course it lowered some land around here to form the lake. Now it's starting to fill up, so we're starting to lose it is in our region here a little bit over time. But the thing about it is, like I said, I'm not no authority on earthquakes or any of that kind of stuff. You can feel free to research it. All the sources is in the pictures and stuff. If you need any additional links, I'll put them at the end of the video. But this is Hawke's Bay, and this is Cazz's home. If you like Kiwi, if you like Taylor, you're going to love this, because it's just more Cazz and him bringing to us something that we can just fall in love with. So I'm fixing to show you around, kind of talk about a few things, and then let you enjoy your download. Okay, so as far as the lands on, this is a big map. There's over 50 lands. You do start with these three right here. They are not in fruits, they are not in cereals or any kind. But as you can see, you got animal placements, and he always likes to start you off with a little bit of animals in case some people wants to try them out. So this is what I liked about it, and I told him that I liked about it. I like it when there's not no crops here. I mean, unless you're just doing crops to kind of take care of animals. So this way you can pick the animals you want. If you don't want them, sell them. Sell the placements or whatever you want to do. And then put these crops out according to what you need. And you might want to put out some oats for the horses, some wheat for the chickens, and so on. So this just gives you more power to make the map your own. As far as that, all the rest of them is taken care of. You do have jobs. I lost my mouse. There it's back. You do have jobs available to you. One of the things that me and him discussed was the fence. I didn't know how well received it would be. It is actually, if you noticed in the first, he has set a background to it. And it even goes into his vehicles. I'll show you that as well. You can see how they're all pretty much shot. And it's that way because they belong to your grandparents. This is a place you came on your vacation. It's history. It's what you knew about your grandparents. So this one day could have been, you know, a land for livestock. But if you don't like the barbed wire fence, if you don't want the barbed wire fence in any way, form, or fashion, is a real simple fix. He made sure to let me know what to do. So this is really simple. You can see right there, I've already got it. As soon as you cut down, so you don't even got to be in forestry really for this. You look at the barbed wire fence, it's gone. All you're left with just some regular stumps and stuff. Then you can have some wood to sell, or you can grind this up and make it all into wood chips or whatever. So if you don't like the fence, get rid of the fence. So we're been given a story to go behind this map as well. As far as what you got in the garage, I told him I love this. These are some of my favorite tractors in the game because, like I said, I start off small, so it's what I go to. I don't personally need a pickup truck, but I do love these because if you're doing animals and stuff, this is the first one to get into that has, a front loader on it. So you got your headers that you need depending on which crop you want. And then you got everything you need to create your fields and so on. So, I mean, he's got you taken care of. And I just bought the chainsaw, as y'all just saw. He has the multi-fruit grain silo. So if you're new to Cazz and the way he does this and all these extra fruit types and stuff, you will need to make sure that you unpack the file. The file has two files in it. It has the map and it has the silo. And it's a special silo made for storing all this extra stuff. You take the two files out and you put it in your mods directory. The ones of you that knows his maps, just do as you did before. You do have a workshop if you want to keep the equipment and fix them up. Of course, you got a water placement as well. So the only thing we got to do now is just get you up in the air and let you look around a little bit before we end this. It's kind of nice that I've been involved in this from the start. It allows me to talk with a little bit more passion about it. As you can see, each one of these hills has a unique rise and fall. You're liable to see several different mounds in it. And the first time I saw this, I thought Cazz had messed up. I was like, well, I mean, I wonder if it would even work okay, or, as far as that goes, is one hump to a hill or whatever logical? And then I said, or is it that way in New Zealand? And he said, it's this way. Where he lives, it is this way. So for that reason, I wouldn't change a thing. Literally. If I bought this land, I'm not going to get the terrain editor and start editing it out. Just not going to do it, because now I know the history of the land and how it was formed and what it did to the land. You don't have a lot of paved roads in here, so naturally you can take all these small fields and then just go through here and just start combining and making larger fields. And he does that quite a bit with all of his maps. As you can see, all these right here can be joined. And that would be massive. I mean, so massive. That's one of those deals where I'm going to say, I don't want to do that. Y'all can just have fun with it. I ain't going to do it at all. Over here next to the farm house and everything, this is the island that when he was younger, he used to, if I remember right, he used to swim to this island that you're shown on Google Maps and Google Earth. Now they no longer allow it and stuff, the way I understood it. So here's some more fields over this way. Of course, again, you can combine them all. A lot of these hedges and stuff, if I remember right, he said that you can remove them. But he does have hedges and trees kind of around the placements and stuff. You feel free to check that out. I'm not personally going to remove it. Here's your logging facility over here to sell your wood and stuff. And this right here, this little purposely snaking, is like I was talking about on Google Earth and was looking for. This is Devil's Elbow. And the way I understood, they had a lot of accidents and stuff there, so I think they might have modified the road and stuff. So you got your little resort over here. An interesting fact about this, he put this in here, even though I have seen it before. I mean, this isn't nothing new for any of us, but he put this here as a reminder of so many whales beaching on a beach area that's by him. And who knows, maybe that's because the earthquake as well. I asked him about this flag. I said, is this your flag in New Zealand? And that's why there was a comment in there as well about that. So we keep going around the map. And here's the brewery. If you remember on the last map, if you watched my old video, I said that one of my favorite buildings was, I forgot the name of it, but it's because it had the advertisement on top. So this is done to represent, like I said, stuff that Cazz has done in his past, places he has gone, and this is one of his favorite breweries. I think the other one was Type of Brew from the last one. I wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway, probably. Here's a McDonald's. Got a little BP. You do have some blank areas, so if you want to play in multiplayer or farm manager mode, you can put stuff down there. And then we're back at some of these placements over here. As far as your sell points goes, you do have several again. He does that with pretty much every map he has, so you're going to have great competitive pricing. You're always going to get a good dollar amount for your crops if you do focus on the crops. So, and it also goes along with the newer crops as well. So, I hope everybody enjoyed. I'm going to upload this to Cazz. There will not be a map link to this video at the date of the recording, but you will be seeing one in the description here soon. This is, let's see, Monday, March the 25th. It's set to release this weekend. So hopefully as soon as it gets released, it will be at modhub.us as always. That truck has definitely had its share of wear and tear. But anyway, it's available at modhub.us come this weekend, so grab it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. All that's free. It all helps my channel. And if you are a map maker and you want me to do a review on yours, a custom review, and work with you and stuff, I would love to do so as long as I got the time. This is pretty much finished up most of my projects that I have going on. If you want to see this map as it was being built, I am going to include some links to those as well. Or just sit back, look back in my channel, you'll see the series on Hawke's Bay as it's being built. Have fun, everybody.